The previous video that I did about the bone of contention between Makandiwa and Miracle Paul got some people sending me messages saying that, Prof, let me tell you something. Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa is by far better than Miracle Paul. You might think that, but as for now, Makandiwa acknowledges and Makandiwa is fully aware that Miracle Paul is going to take over. I'm not endorsing Miracle Paul, but I'm just trying to make you understand the politics that is happening on the ground. Makandiwa is threatened by the existence of Miracle Paul. The reason why Makandiwa came with that $1 million prophetic challenge, it was all meant to lure Miracle Paul to his shrine so that he can take that which Miracle Paul is using to do what he is doing, so that he can tap into, or so that he can snatch that which Miracle Paul is using to pull massive crowds, to pull some of his members. If you look at the people who were in attendance, the people who claimed to be prophets, the people who were saying, the sangomas and native doctors, these are faces of people that we have seen in Emmanuel Makandiwa's church. In other words, what I'm saying is, the people he used for the $1 million prophetic challenge were literally his members. What has made Emmanuel Makandiwa so desperate? Papa Makandiwa, what has made him so desperate? Okay, if you are in Zimbabwe, I would want you to identify these men. Tell me if these men are known by anyone. These men are not known anywhere. Look at this madam here. Tell me if this madam is leading any shrine anywhere, or if she actually a leader to any prophetic ministry. Tell me, do you know her? Do you recognize her? This is Emmanuel Makandiwa's church member. Okay, look at this brother here. This brother is not known by anyone. We have never seen this face before. So which native doctor, which prophet is this one? Okay, look at this one here. This one you can tell he's probably in the media team, or he's a car guard at Emmanuel Makandiwa's shrine. There's no way this one can be a native doctor. There's no way this one can be a prophet. Or if he is, can you show us his public profile, or his shrine, or his congregation? And this madam was wearing a white garment. Where does she operate? What is she known for? What is her claim to fame? Because we thought we were going to see like major people there, people that are well known in the community, or people that we know from TikTok at least, or even TikTok prophets. We thought we would see some of those. But all the people who were in attendance are very, very new faces. They are just faces that were probably selected from the congregation for this particular demonstration. Just look at this combined picture, collage of all of those who were in attendance. None of these fellas ring a bell. These are just new faces that have never been heard of. These are just new faces that you are probably all seeing for the first time. I bring this to your attention, my people. All these people were just given small tokens to participate in this $1 million prophetic challenge, and they all walk away with nothing. Makandiwa's plan dismally failed. He actually thought Miracle Paul would show up. And I say Miracle Paul, as if I'm endorsing him. I'm not. I'm just trying to make you understand the politics that is running on the ground, the politics behind this whole $1 million prophetic challenge. So I'm sure you can all tell that all these people were paid. All these people are non-entities. These are people who are not known by anyone, who are not known anywhere. What was their business in going there to prove their prophetic abilities? What prophetic abilities do these people have if we've never seen a single video of them prophesying? Even the criteria that Emmanuel Makandiwa used to select the people who were going to be part of this challenge, it was very limiting. He had to come up with a system that sifts, that scrutinizes, that filters those who will be allowed to participate. He suggested that people, it was not even a suggestion, it was compulsory that everyone who wanted to attend this prophetic ritual, $1 million prophetic ritual, must first register. And to register, you must submit your ID, your full name as it is on the ID. Who would want to go through all that nonsense? Why did he just not make it an open invitation? People must just come without them having been assessed and being checked. Native doctors were just supposed to show up and do what they do and prophesy or even predict what was in his pockets. But he made it so difficult. And I heard that so many applications were rejected. So many applications were denied. He was looking for one name on those applicants, and that name is Miracle Paul. Makandiwa is desperate to snatch what Miracle Boy is using. He's so desperate to take what Miracle Boy is using to pull crowds and to do the things that he's doing at his own shrine. He really wants a portion of it. And he thought by doing this, Miracle Paul would be gullible enough to show up. Had he shown up, Makandiwa was going to feast. Makandiwa was going to take everything from him because he really doesn't want anyone else to conquer in the land in which he is operating. So that's basically it, my people. That challenge, it ended up having prophets, native doctors, and sorcerers who were from UFIC, who were from Makandiwa's ministry. So it wasn't really about any form of demonstration, or there wasn't really any solid or sound, profound message behind this whole ritual. It was all a trap to put someone in a compromised position whereby they will have to submit their so-called powers or whatever that they are using to pull crowds or to command such authority so that Makandiwa can use it all for his own personal benefit. Because Makandiwa is one man who doesn't do well with competition. He doesn't like competition. He likes to dominate, which is a very good attribute. It's just that nowadays the Samsons are wiser. There are no more my praises anymore who will just hand themselves over to Emmanuel Makandiwa so that they lose that which they use to conduct their business. Makandiwa is finished now. If there are any people who are finished in the prophetic, it's Makandiwa. And for him to do a renewal of his things, there is a great deal of sacrifice that has to be made. And I'm sure he's not willing or he's not ready to do that sacrifice. You might be shocked, or you will be shocked. You hear news very, very soon in UFIC. You hear the national flag of UFIC being drawn halfway. Just a heads up. I do not know who's next in line, but just keep your eyes open and keep your ears wide open. Something is going to happen very, very soon. Once you start seeing Makandiwa pulling these desperate moves, then you must know something is going on. The gods are calling. A demand has been placed, and a sacrifice has to be made. And I do not know what's going to happen, but something is definitely going to happen. Rituals of this nature, gimmicks of this nature, it's not the first time they are happening. If you all know Emmanuel Makandiwa, even during the days when he was still all over the place, the days when he was still barbaric, there are days when Makandiwa was barbaric. I know, you know, he used to do 3-day miracle babies. He would pray for a woman to fall pregnant in 3 days and give birth in 3 days. These are things that you can never forget, and these are things that you all know. You just choose to ignore them because you're gullible. You just choose to ignore them because you are addicted to falsehood. You just choose to ignore all these things that have built people like Makandiwa simply because you are under a dark spell. Emmanuel Makandiwa used to do miracle weight loss, and all of you believed him. That's what made him popular. He used to do all forms of gimmicks. Makandiwa used to sell bricks to his gullible members. And you all know he used to buy bricks from Emmanuel Makandiwa at a very, very high price. And he will promise you that these bricks will eventually make you build your own house. And how many of you have built their own houses with the bricks that you bought as anointed from Emmanuel Makandiwa? And most of you have been buying anointed oils, anointed handkerchiefs, different types of wristbands, posters, calendars, stickers, which were said to be anointed. And how many of you have actually benefited from all these anointed materials? What has been the fruitage of your commitment, of your allegiance to the anointing or covering of Emmanuel Makandiwa? We both can tell, we both can agree that nothing has really changed in your life. You have only become bound. You have only become restricted. You have only become so enslaved to a point whereby you can't think for yourselves. And how many marriages have been broken in that shrine that you call UFIC? If you want to start to count right now, I know you might run out of fingers. So let's put that one aside. Let's just agree, my people. And you know for a fact that there is no God in that man that you call Emmanuel Makandiwa. He has just manipulated the most of you. He has just taken the most of you for a ride. And he has done a very good job in brainwashing you. The majority of you are actually having altars in your homes. In this side corner of your house, you have an altar that is endowed with spiritual materials from Emmanuel Makandiwa, an altar that has Emmanuel Makandiwa at the center of it, an altar where you have to go each and every day and leave an offering, leave a seed with a big portrait of Emmanuel Makandiwa. And each and every Sunday, you collect the seeds, the offerings that you would have placed on your own altar that you have erected in your home. You collect all the seeds, you go and submit them to Emmanuel Makandiwa on Sunday so that he can pray for them, so that he can bless them, so that doors can open in your life. Do you see the level of witchcraft to which most of you have been induced? Do you see the level of witchcraft that you've been subjected to? And when we tell you about these things, you do not want to wake up. When we tell you about these things, you think we are fighting the chosen ones, the anointed. There's no way ritualists are anointed. Be awoke, my people. Don't fall for this deception. There's been deception, it's still deception, it will forever be deception. Till I meet you again on the next episode of the Enlightenment series, it's Mr. PDT, and I'm out.